You know, we're talking about inspiring women on this International Women's Day. Former Winnipeg Mayor Sue Thompson, who I mentioned, arranging that interview with Commander Layton from HMCS Winnipeg. Sue Thompson, of course, very inspiring. I like Sue, one of my favorite people. And another person who happens to be a woman who I like a lot is Janice Lukes, Waverly West City Councillor, who joins us on the phone. Janice, happy International Women's Day.
Oh, Hal, you're too kind. Thank you very much.
I meant every word of that. You are one of my favorite people. I just wanted to have you on for a couple of minutes here. You know, I think we need more women in politics. I'm sure you agree with that. How do we do it, though? Like, for example, I think if we had more women as national leaders, I think we would have less war. We would have less conflict. I truly, in my heart, believe that. So how do we get more people at every level of government? How do we get more women wanting to do this, thinking that they can do this and not feeling like the system's against them?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on your statement that the world would be an absolutely different place if we had more leadership with women leading. And how do we get them? How do we get them? And that's the question, right? We have to inspire them. We have to encourage them. We have to say, you can do it. Because I know when I was first thinking of running, I read everything I could. Why should a woman be a political leader? Why? You know, what are the reasons? And there were countless reasons why, because we bring a perspective that isn't necessarily there. And the perspective that women bring, you know, it's a leadership style. It's all kinds of things. But to your question, how do we get more women there? We have to encourage women to reach out to people who are elected. I put a Facebook post out today saying, we need more women. There's an election this fall. Call me. And, I mean, it can be very intimidating because you publicly put yourself out there. But if you come from a good place, good things will happen if you do that. And it is challenging, right? It is challenging. And some people are up to the challenge. It's difficult because women have children, families, houses, homes to run. I'm looking at 10 loads of laundry. It's clean laundry, but it's still in the basket.
Somebody's got to fold it and put it away.
It's not going to happen, let me tell you.
But I think that's so great, though, that you are saying, here I am, I will mentor you. If you have questions or if you're thinking about it, do it, and I'll help you. I think that's key, too, right?
And I think every woman who's in politics would do that if someone called them up and wanted to really, you know, sincerely want to have some serious conversations about it, because there's challenges. You know, it can be the worst job, but it can be absolutely the best job, right? It really, really can, because you can make fundamental differences in people's lives. And that's motivating and inspiring, right? And more good will come of that. So, I just really encourage anyone who's just thinking about it to reach out and speak to another woman in politics and have a conversation. And that's where it all starts.
Mm-hmm. You talk about, you know, women bringing a different perspective, and you're absolutely right about that. And women, more than half of the population are women. And so that perspective needs to be out there. It needs to be displayed and shared and shown.
You know, so much would change if there were more women leaders. And I can say that with a bit of actual validity, because I've spent 8 years at City Hall. So I do have a perspective that really reinforces that. So, you know, leadership style, constituency service, focusing on policies that are inclusive and responsive, that focus on ethnic and racial minorities, families. Yeah. So many different perspectives that women bring that, you know, that men bring too, but it's just a different perspective. And I look at all the years that I worked before I was elected and volunteered to improve safety for active transportation. I would go to meetings with the Winnipeg cycling group, and there'd be like guys in spandex, and I'd go there with my 1 or 2 kids, and I'd sit there and I thought, no, I represent a demographic that wants to walk and bike safely. And thank goodness Ron Brown was there. He kept encouraging me on, and so much good came of a mom being involved trying to make it safer for kids, you know, and that's just one example. And I know so many women could bring so much to City Hall, to the province, and to the federal government. And if there's anything that I can do to encourage them, jlukes@winnipeg.ca. Send me an email. Let's talk.
So glad you had a couple of minutes for my show today, Janice. Thanks a lot. Keep up the good work. You really are. I believe you're at the level of government where fundamental change really can happen and happen quickly. So keep up the good work.
Thank you, Hal. You're too kind again. Thank you.
Janice Luce, councillor for Waverly West on this International Women's Day.